In this video, we are going to write out the equation of a polynomial when given specific pieces of information. So to start with, we're going to write a polynomial of least degree. That's going to be an important thing that we keep coming back to. It's got real coefficients. We're going to stay with real coefficients for everything just to make everything easier. And then up above it says you need either one additional point with the zeros or the a value given to you. The a value will sometimes say the a value is pick a number. Other times it's going to tell you the leading coefficient. Okay, the leading coefficient of 1 is our a value. That's easiest case scenario. And then we are given the zeros. Okay, so in general, something like is going to look like that. You're going to have an a value times, you're going to look at your factors. Your factors are going to be based off of your zeros. So in this problem, my a value is 1 because my leading coefficient is 1. And then x minus 1 times x minus negative 4 is like x plus 4, x minus 5. I'm just taking x minus each of the zeros that it gave me. That is factored form. If it said write it in factored form, I would be done. But now I'm going to have to multiply this out to get standard form. So to do that, you pick whatever you think is going to make your life easiest. I'm going to pick to do this one first. Okay, the reason why I'm going to do that is because I know I'm going to have some trinomial at the end, and multiplying a trinomial by x minus 1 just feels like it's going to be easier than multiplying by x plus 4, for example. So I'm going to end up here with x squared minus 5x plus 4x minus 20. Which when I simplify, I'm going to have my function f of x is 1 times x minus 1 times x squared minus x minus 20. I'm going to keep going. I'm basically going to ignore this 1 because when I multiply it, it's just going to be 1. If it had been another number, that would be the thing I do absolutely last. So I'm now going to have x cubed minus x squared minus 20x minus x squared plus x plus 20. That's just me doing my distribution process. X times each of the trinomial members, and then minus 1 times each of the trinomial members. That's going to give me x cubed minus 2x squared minus 19x plus 20 for my final answer. If it had given me an a value of something other than 1, I would have whatever number a value there, then I'd multiply that out. Okay, it wouldn't be any more work other than just a few multiplication problems, but those are going to be easier than previous ones because I don't have to FOIL anything. I don't have to distribute a binomial. It's just straight multiplication. Okay, now that was easiest case scenario. Leading coefficient of 1. All real zeros. But now we have one we're asking for least degree that's got real coefficients, leading coefficient of 1, so that's still nice. And then 2 and 1 plus I as zeros. And this is where the least degree is going to come in. It tells me I have 1 plus I as a 0, but imaginary numbers always come in a conjugate pair for solutions. So it means I also have 1 minus I. Okay, so f of x is 1 times x minus 2 times x minus 1 plus I times x minus 1 minus I. Okay, this is the official way of doing this. Notice I put parentheses around 1 plus I and 1 minus I. It's because you could then rewrite it as 1 minus I like this, minus 1 plus I, which feels like the exact same thing, but it's technically not, and I need us to understand why it is technically not. I have to distribute to both things here. Okay, if I don't put those parentheses, I kind of have my factors, I don't want to call them backwards because you don't really have them backwards, but you might miss out on something if you have, let's say, instead of 1 plus I, you have other coefficients or something, okay? So now I need to multiply these things together. This looks like not a lot of fun, But always the first one I'm going to do is, if I have imaginary roots, I'm going to multiply those together, okay? When I do this, I have a trinomial times a trinomial, so it's a little bit messier, but x times x is x squared. Then I'm going to have a minus x. Then I'm going to have plus ix. Well, then minus x plus 1 minus I minus ix plus I minus I squared. But in the process of doing that, I have a plus ix and a minus ix. Those cancel. I'm going to have a minus I and a plus I. Those cancel. This minus I squared is minus negative 1. That's just a plus 1, okay? So I'm going to end up, I'll rewrite it over here. F of x equals 1 times x minus 2 times, still the x squared, minus x is minus 2x, plus 1 minus negative 1 gives me a plus 2. Right? So now I've done the hardest part, honestly. I have to distribute my x minus 2 through. Gives me x cubed minus 2x squared plus 2x minus 2x squared minus 4x, plus 4x minus 4. X cubed minus 4x squared plus 6x minus 4. Now, I didn't have to worry about the a value because it was 1. If it was going to be something else, I would have to multiply that through. But otherwise, excuse me, I was trying to not sneeze on camera. So hopefully I got that a little bit far away from the microphone so I didn't blow out your eardrums. But if this 1 had been some other number, I would just have to distribute that through. Have a great day, everybody.